What's up? Welcome. Okay, today we'll be talking about I'd say 4 or 5 different topics. I mean, recently in our live streams we talk about 4 or 5 different topics, and I think it's more fun this way. It keeps everybody on the edge of their seats, right? You don't know what we're going to be talking about. We'll be jumping around topics here and there, and sometimes we'll make tangents based on what chat has to offer. If you guys have any specific questions, we can entertain them. All right. I'm 3J's. How rare is a C2 in 26 rolls? Very, very rare. That's almost like back to back, right? That's almost like back to back. So today I want to touch on like maybe a couple characters C6s. I have people asking me recently, like they pretty much completed their account in the sense that they don't have anyone really they want or need to pull, and now they want to build their account up vertically. What should they look towards if they want good value, not like Venti Zhao kind of constellation values? I mean, sure, if you love them you could do it, but I'll be honest, for the most part, even if you got those two to C6, there are limited situations. I mean, for Venti, it's always going to be somewhat useful, but to be to be fair, for Venti's burst to actually have its full usage, you need to group mobs together. If you're fighting two ruin guards, Venti's burst is it's very difficult to make it very useful. But same with Zhao. If you're fighting like two ruin guards and they spawn after one dies, so essentially you're fighting two one-on-one battles, his C6 doesn't exist. And everything below his C6 doesn't really matter except for C1. Zhao is like there's a C1. So my point is, when we're talking about character vertical scaling and constellations, there's only a couple. Like, you guys might think like, oh yeah, apart from those two, all the other C6s are really, really good. No, not really. To be fair with you, I think there's probably like 6 characters or 5, give or take, C6s in the game that are actually good, give or take. And I want to talk a little bit about a couple of them. Ice Empress is, when can I leave your basement? Or, and also we need some food here. I just fed you. I fed you right before the stream started. I even said like, hey, make sure to tune into the stream, man. I'm gonna make sure you eat well tonight. I even personally cooked the meal for you. Did you already finish it? Yalan, Ito, Ayato, Eula, maybe. And who else? Well, Yalan, yeah. Ito, okay. Eula is, I wouldn't say Eula is a top tier C6. Okay, listen. When we talk about C6s, we have to talk about how transformative of a constellation it is, right? Dimayan Mandal says, Walrus, is it mandatory to get Homa if it comes? Okay, so I'll answer that question really quickly for you right now. Just to show you what kind of characters can make good use of that weapon. Obviously Hu Tao, Xiangling can, Zhao can. Like, I always use that weapon on Zhao whenever, because listen guys, I don't have Zhao's weapon. Look, I don't. So whenever I have to do a Zhao showcase or show Zhao, this weapon for Zhao really good as well, very comfortable. In fact, I'm comfortable getting another Homa for Zhao and never just never touching his weapon because I don't need it at this point. Apart from these 3 who really loves that weapon, I haven't really, let me just take a scan so I'm not missing anyone. For the most part, yeah, it's those 3. It's a really good weapon, and if you don't have if you, this is kind of troll. This is kind of troll, but obviously use, I don't even have the weapon because I have her signature weapon, but obviously use the fishing weapon for Raiden if you have it, because you can get it to C5. But Homa for Raiden, I've seen people run it. It's pretty good as well. I don't think it's ever good to say it's mandatory, because You know, like my Xiangling nowadays runs the Skyward Spine. My Hu Tao, of course, runs Staff of Homa. I don't really play Zhao that much. So unless, right, this is a situation where I say, okay, it's a good idea to pick up that weapon. If you have Zhao on one team, and then you have like Xiangling flexed into like a Hu Tao team for some reason, and all three of them needs to be cracked on beyond belief, and you don't have, and you're running like 4-star weapons on all three of them, yeah, maybe picking up a Homa would be a smart move. But if your Hu Tao is fine, you're not really playing Xiangling, you don't even have Zhao, I don't think it's really that important nowadays to go after a Homa. I mean, Homa works for Zhongli as well, to be honest with you. If you want to do like damage Zhongli, you can run Homa on Zhongli as well. Really good option. In fact, one of the better options to run it on Zhongli. But for me, I found Zhongli with the Favonius Lance is too good. This utility, this battery is too good. So I've been keeping Zhongli on the Favonius Lance. Unfortunate. Doesn't really fit his style. It makes him look like a military soldier, which doesn't look too hot. I wish we could reskin weapons. So as long as you have this weapon skin, you can reskin any weapon to anything, but have a different effect. I would love for Zhongli to have this this skin, but have the effect of the Favonius Lance. That would be cool. Fav Lance suits Rosaria. Yeah, like the Favonius weapons are universal. To be honest, having an R5 Favonius weapon is better than having some 5-star weapons. And you guys might be like, cap. No, it's true. It's true. I'd much rather have a 5-star Favonius Lance over whatever Zhongli's weapon is. Whatever is it. This is already true. Favonius bow works on Goro, or you can use sack bow on Goro, but Fav bow on Goro is good. Fav on Zhongli, Fav on Yunjin, on Xingqiu. Just so many characters can make good use of that weapon. Yeah, some people run Fav on Yelan. So yeah, to finally answer that question, I don't think it's necessary, Debanyan. I think for the most part you could choose to just sit out on it if you're tight on budget. I would say the only situation you should really go for Homa is if you're struggling with content. Right? If you're really struggling with content and your Hu Tao needs that extra bit of power, and you've heavily invested into Hu Tao, I'm talking like your Hu Tao is already C1, you've farmed for like half a year for her artifacts, she's triple crowned, yeah, go for it. And as long as your budget can allow it. But it's certainly not that detrimental if you don't have it. Xenon Gameo says, I wonder what webcam you are using. I'm using a DXLR. I'm using the Lumix GH5S, I think. It's a camera I had from my filming days. So anyways, let's talk about the C6s, all right? There are a few C6s which truly I believe changes a character, because let's use someone as Eula, for example. While Eula is certainly strong at C6, like nobody is denying that, I think Eula is just as strong at C0. You see what I mean? Yes, Eula C6 gives her more big boom damage, but Eula C6 doesn't transform Eula in any way. That's why I don't think her C6 is that valuable, because sure, bigger damage, bigger screenshot, amazing. But, you know, how does it transform this character? Not really. Not really. And some people would say, well, a higher damage ceiling is of course going to be more useful. But for most cases in Abyss, I haven't seen where a C6 Eula. I mean, a C0 Eula can pretty much do what a C6 Eula does. There's no additional features. You don't get access to new features. Maybe a new playstyle, right? People can quick swap her easier, faster, sooner. Opens up more room for other characters to come in and do things. But fundamentally, it doesn't change how you... But it's a strong constellation. It's definitely one of those C6s. I'd say it's top 5, top 6. I think it's quite excessive. This constellation is quite excessive. I don't think this is a top 3 C6 in the game. I don't think so. I think, okay, let's just get first place out of the way. I think undisputedly right now, the first place for best C6 in the game is going to be Yelan. I think C6 Yelan is probably the best right now. It's such a transformative constellation. I don't know what they were thinking when they released this constellation, but it certainly has power crept all C6s in the game. Yeah, so let's just all agree to move away from C6 Yelan because that's the best C6 in the game. Anybody who wants the best of the best, Yelan is your girl. But I think number 2 is Ganyu. I still think C6 Ganyu is such a transformative constellation. It's universal. You can use it in any situation. Doesn't matter if you're fighting groups, you're fighting single. And all up, like starting from C1, C2, C4, there's very little wasted constellation. You guys see what I mean? Let's say, like a lot of people would say, oh, C6 Zhao, such a good constellation. Look at C6 Zhao, the best thing ever. But look at how much is wasted along the way. Your C2, yeah, whatever. Not really an issue nowadays. C4 is just absolutely useless. Completely useless. But this is the thing. Look, and then now you look at Ganyu C1, C2, right? Look at C1. Her reduces opponent's cryo resistances. Look at C4. Opponent standing within the AoE of her burst takes increased damage. This effect strengthens over time. Increased damage taken begins at 5% and increases by 5% every 3 seconds. Maximum of 25%. Enemies will take additional 25% damage. Excuse me, what the fuck? Really? Like, this is a constellation that was released before Zhao even came out. Like, come on, people. Like, really? C4 Ganyu? Like, I don't hear enough people talking about C4 Ganyu. Like, look at this. Opponent standing within the AoE of this skill takes increased damage. Not cryo damage, increased damage. Hello? WTF? And it goes up to 25%. That's your Bennett buff right there, people. That's your Bennett buff, but it's more universal. It's for everybody. Everybody can benefit from this. And it's a debuff to the enemies as opposed to a buff to yourself. So you yourself can leave. You can leave the circle, and as long as the enemies are in the circle, you can still get this bonus. I don't see how anyone can argue Ganyu constellations aren't some of the most busted cons in the entire game. And then her C6 shotgun Ganyu. I don't think we really need to go into detail. Like Ganyu, because when I say C6, I include all the value leading up to C6 as well. This has to be the second best C6 in the game. This is like, come on, people. I would love to see somebody come and say like, oh no, like Zhao's constellation is better than that. No, it's not. No, it's not. Honestly, when it comes to pure constellation value, like I would say Ganyu rivals Yelan quite a bit here, but Yelan's C6 is just too transformative. It's too much. Too much! In combination with her innate scaling from her charge attacks. What the fuck? Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse, what were you thinking? But I think it's about time somebody finally power crept C6 Ganyu. Like, this entire character's kit is just busted. Busted. Now, the third most transformative C6 in the entire frickin' game, but I think this one is a little more contested, the third spot. Where the hell is that character? You guys see what the hell that is? Okay. It's so simple, isn't it? It's so simple. But like I said, the reason why I would rank a C6 really high is because of the value you gain as you lead up to it as well. Right? This character's entire constellation is basically just Unga Bunga. It's so like raw, if you guys know what I'm saying. This character is so damn good. Like, if Zhao was half as good, like if Zhao Constellations was just half as good as this, Zhao would probably be just as good as Ito. That's how good of a character Zhao is, though. Like, Zhao with a barely functioning constellation set, with exceptions to C1 and C6, is a great character already. Really damn good. I wouldn't say this constellation is transformative, though. It's just the raw stats that you gain here is too much. I think they should have like done like 50 crit damage, maybe like 45 even. 70 is way too much. And I think 50% is too high as well, maybe like 40. Or it ramps up to 50%. Like, the first hit has like a 20%, and then 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Something like that. But I get it. I get it. Yito mains will be like, no, Walrus, how can you say that? It's too good. The stats are too much. This is probably the simplest C6 in the game, which fits Ito's character really well, but at the same time, it's super, super strong. Dante! Dante! Don't worry, Dante. Hoyoverse can't nerf characters. I'm just saying, like, it would be just as busted. Maybe not, like, obviously not as busted if it were, like, 50 crit damage instead. This is more crit damage than an entire, like, circlet. Right, look. Plus 20 circlet is only 62. You get an additional, like, 7.8 crit damage more than an entire circlet. You have, like Ito's wearing two hats, one for each of his horns. Damn it. Now, the next C6, I don't think many people will know which one it is, but I'm gonna be hitting you guys with the truth right now. Yoimiya. Yoimiya C6. I think if you played Yoimiya C6, you would know. If you've never played Yoimiya C6, it's hard to wrap your head around it. Yoimiya C6 is one of the most transformative because it changes her role in the game. It actually changes her role in the game. She goes from a single target DPS to like a machine gun. She becomes a machine gun. She will mow everything down. Everything. It's not really something I can sit here and say. I wish I was able to test it on a couple whales accounts, and I was just blown away by it. Listen, people who are doubting right now, people who are like, they're like, oh, that's cap. No way. No, I don't see it. No, she's a single target DPS. She doesn't. Listen. This character at C6 is, I just gotta say, it has to be one of the more satisfying characters to play. The Raikat says machine gun still single target, so it doesn't change her playstyle, just that she kills things faster. Well, Raika, let me ask you. What's the difference between an assault rifle and a machine gun? Because for the most part, Yoimiya at C0 is like an assault rifle. She's very good, you know? But, come on. How do you, like, what's the difference when you see somebody using an assault rifle and a machine gun? Like a minigun. Like a rail gun. Exactly. The time it takes. Like, a C6 Yoimiya right now, there's nothing in the game. She might as well be an AoE. Like, she might as well just be an AoE character once she hits C6. The difference is huge. The difference is too. C6 ruined her ICD, but it doesn't matter anymore because the number of hits, the amount of damage coming out, it's just absurd. C6 Yoimiya like actually makes her viable in all scenarios. There will be no longer like, well, with exceptions to pyro immune enemies, like you can fight groups of enemies, you can fight bosses, you can fight anything, you can fight spread out. In fact, C6 Yoimiya shines. Yoimiya as a character really shines even without C6 against enemies that are standing in different corners of the room. Like, I'm talking, they're so far apart spread that they need to like ship pigeon messages just to talk to each other. They're so spread apart in these, like, you guys know these abyss chambers. The enemies are so far spread apart that even Venti Burst can't group all of them in one spot, right? So Yoimiya can take full advantage in that situation. It's really good. It's really, really good. Yoimiya, like, and she just pew 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 pew, and everything's dead, and you barely had to move from your spot. Her range is trash though. Yeah, but if you stand in the right spot, it's fine. But if we're talking about range, imagine using Hu Tao in that situation. Same situation. Enemies all spread out across the room. Who's better, Yoimiya or Hu Tao? You rather have Yoimiya in that situation than Hu Tao, because Hu Tao, you already use energy to do your charge attack, and you have to run across the room. And let me tell you, all these enemies are like ranged as well. They don't need to move. So, oh, by the way, while we're on Hu Tao, this has got to be some of the saddest C6 in the entire game. Like, Hu Tao C6 is doo-doo. Just saying. Very, very sad. Very sad. Take the virus says she still needs a shield. It does not change problems with her kit. Well, I never said it changes her kit. I'm just saying she becomes viable now. She becomes an option you can choose to fight like 8 different enemies in the chamber, whereas before you probably would want to choose another team, another carry. She, like, for example, if we're talking about needing characters, a lot of characters even at C6 needs help. I think Yoimiya at C6 becomes a much more well-rounded carry. I think that's probably a better way to do. She becomes an actual well-rounded carry and not a niche carry. At C0 and even leading up to C4, she's a niche carry. She's a carry that you probably only use when you fight like 1 or 2 enemies. Very few, very limited enemies. But C6, all hell breaks loose. She can fight anything, and on top of that, she gets increased attack rate. Final Flame Latom. Listen. I am a Hu Tao enthusiast. I love Hu Tao. I've been playing this character since she first released. I got her C1 day 1 with her Staff of Homa. I love this character, but I just like, come on, Mr. Final Flame, you have to agree. Hu Tao, don't feel bad for me saying it. Feel bad for HoYoverse designing her like this. Can we all just agree? Like, this constellation just feels out of touch with the current time. I'm trying to find words that you know. What's her C6 about? Okay, let me tell you guys what her C6 is about. Then maybe you guys will you'll see what I mean. So Hu Tao C6 triggers when Hu Tao's HP drops below 25%. Listen, when a constellation or has a condition on it, you already know that it's going to be a pain in your ass cheeks, right? It triggers once you drop below 25% or when she suffers a lethal strike. By the way, just letting you guys know, out of my entire year of playing Hu Tao, apart from falling from really high places, I've almost never suffered a fatal strike because I run Hu Tao with Zhongli. Just saying. Yeah, I run Zhongli with Hu Tao, so it really it's really difficult to receive a lethal strike. So most of the time it's gonna be 25%. Alright? Now we got that out of the way. Hu Tao will not fall as a result of the damage sustained. So meaning she won't die. Additionally, for the next 10 seconds, all of her elemental and physical resistance is increased by 200%. That's cute. That's cute. But it actually doesn't matter because I run Zhongli with her. Her crit rate is increased by 100%. That's also very cute. And her resistance to interruption is greatly increased. Like I said, I run Zhongli with her. This effect triggers automatically when Hu Tao has 1 HP left. Nice. And can only occur once every 60 seconds. Technical Virus says her best team is double Hydro VV Vape and at Walrus, not double Geo. Well, I don't like to run VV with Hu Tao. I really don't. I don't think she needs it. Right now, I do run a double Hydro with her. Like, Techie, you are talking about like in through testing the highest reachable damage. I'm talking about practical gameplay when it comes to consistency and not having to rerun your room because your Hu Tao keeps dying because you lagged or you forgot to dodge or you ran out of energy or whatever the hell, right? Yes, you are talking about theoretically, if you run the most perfect damage optimized team, that's her best team. But I'm talking about, well, I can run this team, I can play it with my eyes closed while like listening to a sussy podcast and I can still clear the chamber. That's the difference, right? I go for consistency and practicality. While I can recognize the strength of a VV double Hydro team for Hu Tao double Vape with double Hydro, I don't find it practical and I don't enjoy playing it because it's just too much, too sweaty for me. I'm sure like people play it, and for people running like times and wanting to get the best possible time, they're gonna run that team. But for me, running Zhongli, Xingqiu, Yelan with Hu Tao has been good. And also, running that team, you still don't have a healer. If you take any, like, there's very little room for error. Zhongli pretty much makes it so you have room for error, but that team has no room for error. You still don't have a healer. You have 2 Hydros. But you have Hu Tao's Burst and the Xingqiu's Water Sword. Final Flame says, in my opinion, Zhongli double Hydro is simple yet effective. Just the resonance heals a bit too much. Yeah, like with Zhongli shield on, you almost never take damage. You're doing something wrong if you take damage while playing with Zhongli. And most of the damage she takes is from her own elemental skill. But Xingqiu's sword with double Hydro now on top of Hu Tao's burst, it does heal her a little too much, but it takes a little bit playing around to work out here. Tech Device says she doesn't die without Zhongli. She has interruption resistance and damage resistance from Xingqiu. You want her to be less than 50% HP. Zhongli does not always allow that. Well, the thing is, Techie, depending on what enemies you're fighting, like if you're fighting what's that called? I keep forgetting the names. If you're fighting the what's the Ruined Serpent? Is that the one? And it uses the orb attack on you, and you don't have Zhongli, and then you're just like oh, this thing. Right? Like in Abyss 12, there's a lot of enemies that can actually one-tap you. So like there is definitely a higher skill ceiling involved with that team. Like you have to be very careful. I can actually show you guys the difference in actually I do need to go back and re-clear some of these. I fought this one with Raiden Shogun and I think this one was I think I fought this one with Raiden Shogun as well. I can probably show you guys the difference when it comes to running the Hu Tao team with and without Zhongli. It's night and day for the difficulty of execution. Let's, for example, right, you guys could say like, oh, for an extra 30% damage output, but you can succeed 1 every 3 tries. Like, or you have to try, like, you have to retry the room 5 times or something like that. I don't know. I personally have tried it and I really didn't like it. I really I really did not enjoy the team. So for reference, my Hu Tao, this is my Hu Tao. Not amazing, not bad, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, wait, what? I think I have everything on her. Okay. Yelan is kind of scuffed right now, to be honest with you guys, because I had to yoink her artifacts for Xiangling. Xiangling is just such an MVP in this current Abyss rotation here. Now my second team, let's see, who should my second team be? Well, I see my Xingqiu is on the other team, so I can't use my Raiden national team. Second team. Freeze? Is Freeze gonna be good? I can't play Yoimiya either because both Xingqiu and Yelan is taken. This is such a hungry team. Probably just play Freeze, yeah? Ayaka Freeze, probably with Ganyu. Sometimes I really wish I had like C6 Ganyu. C6 Ganyu is so damn good. Yes, the trusted Cryo Supremacy team. Actually, just let me make sure all their artifacts are no problem right now. That's a bit high. Wait, why is my Ayaka's crit rate so damn high? Am I running the wrong piece somewhere? I think so. Well, anyways, Ganyu needs her headpiece back. That's the one. Okay. And these two almost, nobody ever takes, oh. Wait, what happened here? So bring that back. I was just about to say nobody ever touches their artifacts, and I get met with that. What the fuck? Okay. Hmm. Then you switch this back to an attack piece. I'll just use this one. Good enough. Whatever. This is good enough. We're testing the Hu Tao team anyways. Alright. This is the thing, right? Like, I think the team is certainly strong. Like, last time I played it, it was certainly strong. But the problem I had with it was that it just doesn't offer enough protection when it comes to this floor. Abyss 12. Where is gone you go? Oh, there it is. And boop, boop. So this is the first time I think Mr. Latom gets to see me play Hu Tao, and I don't wanna mess this up. Oh wait. Spam the burst. When you don't know what you're doing, just spam burst, chat. Just spam the burst. You'll look like you know what you're doing, but you actually have no idea what you're doing. And the cool thing with Hu Tao is sometimes you can actually let her oh my god. I gotta stop talking. There we go. I don't know. I think I saw red HP for 2 characters, but we'll see. Now let's line this up. Damn it. I think one of them dashed away. Ah, Ayaka. What am I gonna do with this character? She's such a good character, but like as you guys can see, there are such major flaws with. I mean, I guess I wouldn't call it flaws. It's just sometimes it could be a pain in the ass to deal with this character. Come on. Nice. We come back. Okay. Now I gotta kill both of them at the same time. Come on. Nice. Okay. First chamber is nice and easy. Now. Yeah. This is I'm getting a little worried here. Of course you're all the way over here. I need some of this. Man, my hotel burst though. No. Okay. No, please. Please, I don't want to die. Oh my god. Okay. 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 Very careful here. No! Okay. I hope we can survive the last chamber because we're so damn close. Mom, why can't these... Maybe I should have ran to the opposite side of the room so these will actually clump together. Because as they are right now, it makes my Ayaka's burst really difficult to land on all of them. Man, we might not make the 3 stars again. Judging by how this is going. Maybe I should use Shinhe's burst first. Maybe I'm not getting the max stars because I'm not actually using these bursts correctly. Kamisato Ryu! Ass cheek flabbergasted. Oh, I think I will make it. We'll make it, right? Chat, we'll make it. Oh, I think we made it. 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 Okay, there we go. We made it. So that's 36 stars. Oh wait, no, I have to go back to I have to go back to chamber 11. I'm too lazy to do that. Okay, I just need Hu Tao to survive this room. Yes. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Okay, Yalan, start us off, girl. Very nice. Pull him in. Pull him in. Alright, Hu Tao, let hell break loose. No! No! Oh! That was by design. That was by design. That was by design. I meant to do that. To buy more time for myself. Of course. Bro, this is the most stressful Hu Tao team I have ever played. I swear to God. Chinchu's dead. Okay, cool. Alright, Yalan, give me the burst one last time, girl. Just need... Oh my God, we did it. We did it. What's this one? Oh no, 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 no. Well, this we're not gonna be able to clear this one that fast, but hey, I already got my 3-star for this chamber last time, so this is probably one of the most horrible setups for this chamber that I could have picked. I completely forgot about this Ruined Serpent. I mean, it's not the most horrible, but it's just gonna be really annoying. I guess I'm gonna be relying on Ganyu here for the most part. Oh my God, no, 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 no. Kokomi, where you at, girl? We need you. There we go. As long as we have Kokomi, we're never really in trouble. Oh, it's so boring. No, not the twisty, windy thingy. Alright, this is the thing that when it explodes, doesn't it, like, send a bunch of little balls after you? I might die from this, won't I? If I take every single ball to the face. Oh, okay, not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We're definitely not getting 3 stars, but it doesn't matter. I already got 3 stars for... What am I doing? No. Last time I beat this, I used Zhongli with Hu Tao. And it was a pretty smooth clear, to be honest with you guys. What? And I get some heals. Oh my god, this is such a terrible team to take on this boss. So how have your days been, chat? How you guys doing? You guys enjoying your weekend? Oh my god. What is this? I should just aim for the base so I don't miss. Oh my god. Ooh, that was a nice solid hit before it went back down. Where's it gonna come up from? Okay, over there. Listen, people, this is what 36 Abyss oftentimes looks like. You just... You just design teams so to beat the one that you didn't 3-star, and then you suffer for the last bit. Alright, we're gonna iframe this perfectly. Was it perfect? It was perfect. Alright, we're gonna try the Kamisato Ryu here. Come on, just give it to me. Oh, big deeps. Okay, that was worth it. That was actually pretty worth it. No, where are you at, Kokomi? We need you. Kokomi doesn't care about your damage. Boom. Alright. There. I know. 1 star. Boo. Terrible gameplay. But, you know, we got the 3 stars for Chamber 2, which is good. But now we can go in and get our primos. Was I running with Sith on Kokomi? God damn it. Was I? Where's my weapon? What did I run on Kokomi? Oh, it was this! I used to run this on Kokomi. Oh, I got 2. I'll just use this one. There we go. Well, anyways, proves my point. You literally don't need to worry. So, now, you see, that Hu Tao clear was like, okay, you did it. And sure, I didn't do it optimally. You can say, oh, you didn't do it. But I don't play Hu Tao fully optimally either way. And look, I'm still... Okay, ignore this, but come on. I'm proving that I can 36 star the Abyss. You guys can't be saying like, you can't even... Dude, come on. 3-star. And I'm barely playing the game optimally. It doesn't, like... Yes, in the sense that the game isn't so hard, you need to be so sweaty and try hard to play everything right, and you can still beat the game, like, perfectly. This is perfectly. Technically, this is perfect. Okay, again. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. I can do it! Chat, you just gotta take my word for it. I can do it. Trust. I can do... It's easy. But I want to show you guys the difference in reliability when it comes to having a Zhongli on your team. This is why, even though many people know the VV is like, it's amazing, it's really good, they still run Zhongli. It's just so damn easy. I'll just show you the first chamber because I don't want to fight the whole thing again. There's no point. Like, this is just so damn easy. Like, for example, like you just come in, la 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 la, you just casually throw something out like this. Yes, my Zhongli is C4, so it's not really a fair comparison, but you guys get my point. And the Zhongli shield gives you all enemy resistance shred as well. So you're getting Hydro Shred and you're getting Pyro Shred on these enemies. And just do it all over again. You've stuck a pillar. And my Zhongli has Favonius Lance, so, and Millilith, so it's, you know, come on, like the buffing is quite insane, to be honest with you guys. And you do it all over again. You stick a pillar down to get your Millilith. You get your Yelan Burst back. You use your Yelan Burst. It's so, like, I'm not dodging. I don't have to do anything. I'm just pumping damage. Or I'm not, but maybe use a Hu Tao. I'm not feeling the burst this time. Use a Yelan. Use your Xingqiu, use your E, and Zhongli's burst is already back, but I'm not going to use it. It's so simple, it's so reliable, you never ever will have to worry about Hu Tao taking damage that you are not aware of. Ever. Because all the damage that I was taking from Hu Tao was from myself. I was the one inflicting damage upon myself, and that's easy to calculate. You know exactly what your health is going to be at. You know nothing crazy is going to come out of the blue, and you're suddenly going to take a huge chunk, and you're like, what the fuck? Right? It's not going to happen. And that reliability makes it for, I think, in my opinion, the better team. The more friendly team for the vast majority of players. And if I were to ever recommend like a Hu Tao team, that would be the team I recommend. That's how much HP does my Zhongli have? To be honest, I don't know. I'll have to take a look. So my Zhongli is only at 31.4. I know Zhonglis who are like way higher, but I don't prioritize this HP stat. I only do it for this, and everything else goes because I'm running a Fav weapon, right? So I have to run crit rate, and I don't think my substats are particularly broken either. They're pretty good for the most part. Like, you see, these ones are pretty good. This one's okay. Like, come on, guys, this one's not that good. Once again, just proves my point. It just proved this just proves my point that you don't really need anything. You don't need. My God, what am I doing? Here, there you go. This is my Zhongli. Like this, pretty much. I was making a point. Chat. All calculated. But like, I get the point when people say, but look at how much buffing. All right, listen, chat. Look at how much buffing Zhongli will give you. Like, if people will say like, oh, but Viridescence, like, you know, enemy shred. Well, you're getting half of Viridescence just with his shield. Chat. Characters protected by the Jade Shield will decrease enemy resistance and physical resistance of opponents in a small AoE by 20%. You get this without needing any reaction. Viridescence does 40%, right? And it's only to element that's infused by 40% for 10 seconds. And you have to infuse the right element. There's that degree of difficulty. And on top of that, the artifact Millilith gives you 30% shield strength and 20% the attack of all nearby party members. All nearby party members. I know, like, Yelan and Hu Tao both scale off of HP, so they're not really getting that, but Hu Tao a little bit better than Yelan. Attack could still be somewhat utilized by Hu Tao, but Xingqiu can utilize this. Right? Like, it's not as night and day of a difference running Viridescence and not running Viridescence for a Hu Tao team, but at the end of the day, the reliability of the shield, the consistency, right? And it lasts, the shield duration is 20 seconds. It's double the duration of a Viridescence, and it protects you. Techie the Rise says, yes, sure, but Kazuha groups better for Hu Tao Q. It's more fun for me. I get the argument here. I understand why, like, some people will prefer Kazuha, but the trade-off for me is not worth it. Like, I guess I'm more of like a fast combat type of player. I enjoy the Hu Tao, like dashing, like charge. Her burst really is a hindsight for me. I really only use her burst for, oh, she's kind of low, she's red HP, I have my burst, haven't used it for 3 rotations, might as well just use it. I'm just gonna use it. I'll use it on 1 or 2 characters. I don't care. As you guys saw, I don't really care about how I use my Hu Tao burst, because it really doesn't matter for me. And like, what I'll be honest with you guys, one of the reasons I've hesitated and have not gotten Zhongli to C6 is because I don't want Zhongli C6 to ruin my Hu Tao synergy. I think my Hu Tao synergy would be, like, Hu Tao is going to be much harder to reach her half HP point if I have this constellation. So that's why I've held off Zhongli at C4. But C2 Zhongli is such a big game changer. Your shield is pretty much permanent. Like, pretty much it's permanent. You guys saw how I played just now, right? The shield is almost permanent. I mean, it was permanent. I only needed to use my burst skill. I never used hold E even once in that fight. For you guys would be using hold E instead of the burst skill to shield, which is just it's like a little different. It's a little different. The biggest difference is if your shield breaks, then you're gonna have problems. Right? C6 Zhongli, like, back to the C6 topic, I think C6 Zhongli isn't that good. It's too excessive. C2 Zhongli is really good though. I really enjoy that extra utility. With that said, we were at Yoimiya C6, right? That was a really good one. And a lot of people were saying Shenhe C6. I don't know. Like, I think Shenhe C6 is too niche. I don't know if you guys will agree with me or not, but I think Shenhe C6 is a little too niche for me to rank it as a really high ranking C6. Whereas, like, look at the one that we were talking about, like C4 Ganyu, of course C6 Ganyu, such a good constellation. C6 Yoimiya, C6 Ito, C6 Yelan. These are all like very universal ones where you can just, it's basically buffing the character, and the character itself is a very universal character. You can use it pretty much for all sorts of content. But when it comes to Shenhe C6, in particular team comms, in those specific team comms, it's utterly broken. It is utterly broken. It's so damn good. But outside of those very specific team compositions, because she is a support, you almost struggle to find good uses for it. Think twice is, what do you think about Raiden C6 for future synergy? Raiden C6, I haven't seen a good, like, technical use for it, you know. With proper team optimizations, so this is where theory crafting and all this stuff comes into to kind of make it so you never will run into this situation, because teams that are recommended to players are always with the thought of proper rotations in thought. This will actually, in fact, ruin some team optimizations and rotations. It's too excessive in some scenarios. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm saying that It's not necessary. It's excessive. It's really excessive, this constellation. And it actually, it'll force you to relearn certain rotations for team comps because of the different cooldowns. It's a good constellation, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Yeah, C3 Raiden is enough. C3 Raiden is such high value that going beyond this point, you're losing value. You're actually losing like dollar for power value. You're starting to go downhill. This was uphill. Like, this is all good stuff. And then you go downhill. Why do that? Right? You got such a sweet deal over here. It's like you buy into the stock market. Let's say you bought in to a stock when it was $100 and now it's like $500. Like, just stop, sell, get out, never touch this ever again. Sell it, get out. Why would you wait until it drops back down to $200 and then you sell? It doesn't make sense. You're still gaining. Like, yeah, that's huge value, but like, you spent, you got more. Just get out. Stop here. Sell and get out. Don't touch this ever again. At least until something gives you a reason to. Think twice, if that's fair. I'm just thinking it might have user high CD bursts that comes out in the future that are balanced based on the CD. Like, I see what you mean though. Taking the virus. Oh, taking the virus is bringing up the conversation. Okay, so Xiangling is better than Bennett, huh? And people, and I've read the comments, which I think a lot of you guys have a valid point. But my argument is that I think going forward that Xiangling may see more usefulness because it's much harder to replace her. And Xiangling in many scenarios, I feel like is the carry. Like the analogy I made in the video was like, if your team was a car, I think Xiangling is the engine, Bennett's the wheels. And that's the comparison I was making. I do think Xiangling, like, the biggest argument that I see people have for Xiangling is that energy issues. Without Bennett, Xiangling will never be able to use her burst consistently. And it really got me thinking, like, is it possible to work around that issue? And I know I'm speaking from a lot of privilege in having the luxury of a well-built Raiden. I have Xiangling running the Skyward Spine. I mean, without the Skyward Spine, even with the Skyward Spine, with Bennett, with Raiden, sometimes Xiangling's burst will be overcharged. But I'm thinking in a scenario where without Bennett, she loses out on damage. She loses out on energy regen. But is that not circumventable? Is that like an issue that you absolutely cannot overcome without Bennett? I don't think it is. While yes, Bennett is, like, for example, in this scenario, right? Like, Bennett is very important to this team, just as Xiangling is because of her high constellation. Her constellation 6. For the duration, all party members receive a 15% power bonus, which is pretty big. Her C4 is without a given. And opponents hit by Globus attacks have their power reduced by res reduced by 15%, which is all good stuff that leans into this team, right? So the question is Xiangling more irreplaceable in this team, or is Bennett more irreplaceable? Can this team function without Xiangling? Can this team work without Xiangling? Like, sure, you can take out Xiangling for let's see, who's a good character to pair with Klee in this situation. I'm sure you can take out Xiangling, replace it with a Hydro. Yeah, you can you can replace it with like Yelan. Well, this team still works. It's fine, right? Xinqiu, Yelan, you can make that case here. Now, what if and this is a good team. Like, this is a good functioning team, very strong team. But what if you were to replace, where's Xiangling? Oh yeah. What if you were to replace Bennett? Oh, damn it. Bennett. All right. What if you were to replace Bennett in this team? Who would you go for? Who would be a character here that replaces Bennett? There's a couple that were like, you can throw Kokomi in here. You can throw Diona in here. Jean, yeah, oh yeah, you can throw Jean in here. Jean would be an easy fit into this team as well. Like, both of these teams still work. It's still a really good team regardless, right? But I always feel like that it's pretty easy to replace Bennett in certain teams. Can you play it? Sure. One moment. Let's we need a better example, because we need a team that can actually fight in Abyss with a, like this team. Raiden Benling, right? Very popular team. Raiden Benling is it's actually very heavily utilized in current iterations of the Abyss. Now, let's see, in this scenario, if you get rid of Xiangling, I know exactly who's going to replace Xiangling in this team, actually. Where's Sarah? Where's my Sarah? In this team, but then it changes the team. It changes the team. If you replace Xiangling with Sarah, it becomes all about Raiden. So I'm trying to look for another character that can shoulder the burden, kind of like it just always goes to Yelan. It always just goes back to Yelan or Xingqiu, because these are the only other characters that fit the same category of playstyle that she has, and unfortunately, there's no other Pyro character. It's either Yelan or Xingqiu. It always is. If you're trying to make a fair comparison. And if you're switching out Xiangling, if you're switching out Bennett, who would come in here to replace Bennett in this particular team comp? Preferably it's gonna be a healer, right? Preferably, it's gonna be a healer. Well, who do you guys think is a suitable candidate to come in and replace Bennett? Mona, Kokomi. No other healer buffs as much as Bennett, though. That's true. That's true. But if we're gonna find a comparison, Diona, Barbara, Diona, Mona, these characters could be a good fit here. Something like that, right? Don't bring Diona. Kokomi with 4-piece tenacity. That's actually an interesting proposal. If you bring Kokomi with 4-piece tenacity, she actually comes in with a lot with a lot of buff. Because we don't we don't really need Kokomi's excessive healing here, right? You know, I'm actually curious, so we can try this, right? We can try this. So Xiangling, so if this is a team, this is one team, the other team would be with Yelan, right? So Kokomi would be running Zhongli's artifacts. I wish we had artifact presets, man. Come on, just let us change the artifacts. Like, just let us swap artifacts with one click. Why do we still have to do this? Like, this is some archaic levels of wait, why does Mona have this one? Oh, that's energy recharge. Nice. So we're gonna keep the HP piece here, and for this one, no, we need no, we cannot Oh, that is tragic. We've hit a brick wall. Well, whatever. Let's just take it. Whatever. For the 4-piece effect, let's just take it. Alright? A little suboptimal, but whatever. Oh my god. Just so much crit rate. So, for you guys, for reference, people, right now I'm running Xiangling with attack. So it's no energy regen. Okay? Why is the bot trying to be Uwu? So Kokomi does have the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer, right? Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer is on Kokomi. So let's just use Abyss Chamber 12-1. Because I honestly feel like it's not an impossible task to have Xiangling rotate fairly well. You're never good. I don't think it's going to be as well as Bennett, but there have been situations where I've been running Bennett and then it's too much. But that's because I also have Raiden Shogun, so it's not really, you know. That's good, yeah. This iteration. Zhongli here would be too much. I think having Kazuha here is a fair comparison. Maybe we shouldn't take that. Is it fair if I take that? Maybe we should take this one. Is it fair? I don't think it's fair to take this one. I think we take this one. It's not fair to it's not a fair comparison. But then that's not a fair comparison either. But as long as we take the same for 2, it should be fine. All right? So right now my Xiangling's working off with about I don't know, like okay, it's back. Like not even 200. Not even 200. She's not even running off of 200 Sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate and not die here. Then again, I have Kokomi. I can't die. It's actually impossible, even if I wanted to. So Xiangling's burst is back again. I'm cycling through it very comfortably right now, running an attack percentage. Attack sans, with no ER sans. I'm running an ER weapon, though. So, that was what? 856. Okay, so let's try with the Yelan team with Bennett. Right, let's try the Yelan team with Bennett. Honestly, Kokomi was such a waste of space there. I could have ran that with Zhongli. And it probably would have been faster. I don't think I needed Kokomi there, to be honest with you guys. That was such a smooth run. Kokomi offered close to no particle generation for Xiangling. Xiangling was getting her burst back so damn fast. You know what? I might even try to run Staff of Homa. Try her without a battery, Xiangling collapses. You mean like without Raiden then? Like without Raiden. We gotta try another team without Raiden. And that one I didn't even... You know what? I'm gonna change it to Zhongli and reduce Xiangling's regen even more. I'm gonna go more into damage. Let's try this actually. So she's losing out on even more energy. It's 164 now. But for this team, we're bringing in Zhongli. I always like Zhongli at the rear. Okay. You know what? It's best to not give it much more attention than that. I like him in the rear because I feel safe. Oh, crap! Yeah, you guys are right. Artifact. Yeah, Kokomi offered nothing there. I'm sorry. There's a time and place to use Kokomi. It wasn't there. It certainly was not there. We kept this and give me back my headpiece. So good. Yeah, okay. Like, this is what I'm saying. I don't feel like Xiangling needs Bennett as much as people make it out to be. I honestly don't. Sure, she needs a battery. I'm not saying Xiangling works without a battery. But Bennett needs, like, it's like Bennett needs people to do damage. Okay, same one. We're not using the energy recharge one because I don't think it's fair. So let's smash some rocks. Let's do this. Need to use all our bursts before we get to Raiden's burst because Raiden's burst, it goes. Wait. I messed up. I messed up real bad. Wait, hold up. Oh, Xiaoling's burst is back. Look at that. Everybody's burst is back. So Xiaoling burst again. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Things are just disappearing. This is faster. Obviously, this is going to be faster because I have... Like, Xiaoling's burst is back. I don't even have time to cycle to Xiaoling to use her damn burst. Okay, actually, it was very close. But I think I didn't play this But as you guys see, this Xiaoling is functioning off of what? 160 ER? 164. Try that team on the second half. Will you be creating a video for this spiral testing? Probably not, because I've tried a lot of teams with Xiangling. I made that video knowing that Xiangling in most cases do work. I don't think she struggles as much without Raiden. Okay, what's a team that Xiangling functions in without Raiden? What's a team that Xiangling goes in without Raiden? Alright, so first we said Raiden is not enough to power her. So now let's go without Raiden. Right? Let's start by removing Raiden from the picture. Okay? With no Bennett, Child National. Oh yeah, but Child National has Bennett. So then we take out Bennett for Zhongli. Is that what we're doing here? Where's my Tartaglia? Okay. And we don't have Bennett. Instead we have Zhongli, and it was Kazuha, right? The last piece is always Kazuha. Is it not? Where's Kazuha? Oh. This one, right? Ayato or Tartaglia both works, right? The heliturls generate too many white particles when they die. Ah, I see. Okay. So we can try in the second half. So let's stick with this. Oh my god, why is Zhongli in this position? Then we need to beat the first half, and then we'll go for the second half. Okay, we'll beat the first half. Let's see what was the second half. So abandon challenge. Second half. Is this better? Like, this half is probably gonna be because you only get, that's all the enemies you get, right? Like that's the 5 enemies you fight with. And you won't be able to kill these samurais, so you're gonna need Okay. So let's try a different team with the first half here. It's probably just easiest with Raiden, no? Just mow through the enemies with a Raiden team. Xingqiu. Am I using Yelan? No, right? And I'm not using Bennett, so Bennett can go in this team. Like that. Probably whatever. First team doesn't matter. Second team was our Tart. Oh my god. What is my Tartaglia artifacts? I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. What's my Tartaglia artifacts? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought! Oh boy. They need to let us change characters in the Abyss screen. Should I just use Ayato? Is my Ayato even fully built with the new artifact set? That's my question. Nah, I'll just use Tartaglia. I know my Tartaglia artifact set. Where is it? Okay, here. I know my Tartaglia artifact set well enough, so I'll just go with Tartaglia. Here it is. And here it is. And for the headpiece, it's a crit damage headpiece, I remember. Where is it? I don't know. Crit damage. My god, what is this? Crit damage. Crit damage. You know what? Ganyu, you're not gonna need that. Hey! Shukai, you can't gift membership now. Welcome. AX was gifted a membership of Shukai. Thank you, Shukai, and welcome, AX. Welcome. Oh my god, what weapon is... Okay. This is good. Right? This is good for Tartaglia. I think this is good. So once again, chat, Xiangling is at 164. If it's not enough, we can bump her up to a little higher with Skyward Spine. And if that's still not enough, we're gonna have to Forsaken Damage and buff her up even more with an energy recharge thing. But you know, let's see. This is unknown territory. Actually, let's start a poll right now. Will Xiangling have enough ER? Second chamber with this team. Do you guys think Xiangling will have enough ER? Let's see. First half, Raiden. Second half, we'll use the Xiangling team. And we're not going to take any additional ER thingy-majiggies. Where is my Raiden team? Bennett and this one, right? It was Tartaglia, Xiangling, Kazuha, Zhongli. Okay. So not taking energy recharge, we're taking the character minus defense attack plus 40%. Can Yelan reach them from down here? Man, did I just get my burst? Yeah, you guys are right. The Hilichurls dying here really makes it too easy. Come on, use your burst. Holy crap. No! Minus defense. Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost died. Wait, I didn't use Raiden's E again, did I? Did I? Did I not? Oh no! Did I snapshot that at the end there? Did I? Did I manage to get it? Okay, there. Cleared it with like what? 901. That was the fastest. It's hella fast. Okay, so this is the important one. This is the important one. Okay, will Xiangling have enough? Let's take a look. So let's start. Let's kick this off with Xiangling. She's the star of the show here. So put them in place with this, and then allow Tartaglia to come in, do his thing. All right. Do that, and we do this. Rotate back to Xiangling. So she's about half right now. So evidently not enough. We're missing just a tad, I'd say. So now Xiangling is back. Rotate. I'd say it's usable, but like obviously not comfortable, right? It's usable, but not comfortable. No! No! Okay, that was a mistake. That was a mistake, but as you guys can see, we can get through 2 rotations somewhat. Like, it's like I said, it's doable, not comfortable though. Not comfortable at all. Come on, this samurai. You can get like 3 rotations in, but it's like, you know, like I understand it's doable, but not comfortable. But that was zero like assistance. We're running Staff of Homo. We're like pumping damage through the roof. And C1 Kazu particles. Oh, my Kazuha is C0, my friend. My Kazuha is C0. He's running the sack sword though. Right? Look, C0 Kazuha running a sack sword at level 40 out of 50. Even with 200, but barely is good enough. You just need it to cycle through like somewhat comfortably. So like right now we bump it up by like 30, right? So now it's at 194. Try Fab Sword instead. You say instead of this, try Favonius. Where's my... Do I even have a Favonius build? That's my question. I don't have a Fab Sword build. I don't have it. I have a lot of them. I don't have a single one built up though. You know what? Before I screw this up, I should just get one up there. Like, or else I might one day just use them and combine them and use them as fodder, and they're just gone. Okay, there we go. But if we run Fab Sword for Kazuha, we need crit rate substats. That's just like more... That's just like more problems for me. 21%. Well then, we're not testing for damage anyways. We're gonna switch Kazuha over to Venti's artifacts. Because my Venti right now, like I hate switching artifacts like this. Like where's my Venti? You guys see Venti? Is it this one? I think it's... Oh, no. Wait. Oh, no. We just have to do it right here. What am I doing? We go for attack. Anemo damage. And then we go for... Oh, no. Oh, no. I lose viridescence. I need crit rate. This is such a pain in the ass. But I guess this is what theory crafters have to go through, testing meticulously for every piece of information they put out. But this is the thing. I play by feeling. I honestly feel like it's not that big of a problem. People make it to be much bigger of an issue than it actually is because theory crafters, like, or whoever, like, told them that that was the case. What was Kazuha running before? You know what? I'm just gonna run a piece here and not give a damn about what it does. Right. Of course, I have every single elemental damage bonus except the one that I want. Whatever. Let's just run this one. Right, so we get the 4-piece set. Doesn't matter. Kazuha's damage isn't what's important here. We're gonna try out the Favonius sword here. Maybe let's level it up. Let's level it up to a point where oh, there you go. That's as high as it's gonna go. Listen, people, I'm handicapping this as hard as I can. So let's take a look at his crit rate is for my god. Please help. Please help. Chat, please. I need your wisdom. I have every single one except crit rate, do I not? Oh, crit rate. Oh, crit rate. Pick the better of the worst, chat. 45 0 is more than enough. Okay, let's run it like this then. So we'll try it again. I don't think the changes gets applied, so we have to reselect everything. So we go to Raiden team, which is with Yalan, Bennett, and Venti. Now we go to the team with Tartaglia, Xiangling, Kazuha Zhongli, was it? I think it was Kazuha Zhongli. So same one. We're not gonna give any additional ones here. So let's go. Yeah, Venti is still so damn good. Like this character in very, very niche scenarios, he's so damn good. Come at me! Oh wait, no, that's too fast. I meant a little slower. I'm just gonna throw Venti's burst out for the lows. I know it's not gonna help out very much right now. This run was a little slower. Probably didn't optimize my my stuff that well. Okay, but this is what we are here for, people. Is this gonna be enough? Xiangling running the Favonius Lance. No, Xiangling running the Skyward. Imagine if Xiangling ran the Favonius Lance as well. That may just be enough. Let's see if this one's enough. So we do this, drop this. My god, these things just like get eviscerated, don't they? These things just disappear. Drop this. So Jianling's burst is back. Hold up. Tartaglia, it's your time to shine, baby. Take him out, boy. Why are they so spread apart, boy? Oh. Wait, where'd the other one go? Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. We're gonna have to do this again, aren't we? Stop! Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? No, we cannot. Obviously, we cannot. Actually, it feels much more comfortable this way. I'd say this is enough. Honestly, chat, that's enough. That's good. You're losing damage if you're not using it off cooldown. I guess you're right. But the question is, how far off are we? How far off are we? I think that's a 20-second cooldown and a 10-second duration. Is that including my C4? Which is 14-second. So it has a 6-second downtime, I'm assuming, because I'm assuming the talent right now does not take into account my C4. So I'm actually having a 14-second uptime with a 6-second downtime on a 20-second cooldown. See, Kaz Rakin says, I run her with 230 ER and have no problems. I had 194. Yeah, I'm running her on 194. Like, I honestly don't feel like it's that big of an issue. I honestly don't feel like it's that big of an issue. Like, it's enough to get the job done, and I don't feel like it's such a huge damage loss. But that was just Jiangling's side of things. We played the team comp. The first half of the team was without Jiangling and was with Bennett, right? We had Bennett but no Jiangling. The ideal version of Team 1, instead of Yelan, it should have been Jiangling with Bennett and Kazuha. This is like the ideal team that you should be running. Neither, like, the first team functioned fine without it. Like, and my Raiden was, let me tell you guys, Raiden carried that team. It wasn't Yelan who carried that team. Raiden straight up carried it. Raiden is C3, right? And my second team was Tartaglia. Let's be honest here. I think Jiangling carried Tartaglia just as hard as Tartaglia carried Jiangling. So I feel like at a certain point we are just arguing for like more damage, whereas what we should really be talking about is, does the team still work? Is Jiangling non-functional without Bennett? She's not. Is Bennett non-functional without Jiangling? He's not. And if this were a breakup, who is benefiting more? Who gets more liberation? To be honest, I think Jiangling has just enough flexibility in her kit and her build to be able to facilitate any downsides to losing Bennett or to not using Bennett. And I think going forward with burning, also likely, I think burning, there's a chance burning scales off of elemental mastery. That's exactly what Jiangling scales off of as well. I don't know how many teams going forward will use Bennett, because Bennett is an attack buffer. He doesn't buff HP, he doesn't buff EM, he's an attack buffer. Right now the game is predominantly full of attack units, like units carries who scale off of attack, but there are plenty of units that have been released recently that don't scale off of that stat. Right? Techie the Virus is obvious she is functional, but even Hu Tao is functional without Xingqiu. Techie, I don't think this duo is as necessary together as someone like Xingqiu and Hu Tao. Jiangling is far more functional without Bennett than Hu Tao will be without Xingqiu. Or Yelan. Like, if you're talking about Xingqiu, then you're also talking about Yelan. Like, if you play a Hu Tao team with no... Because Hu Tao relies on the Vaporize. Hu Tao teams... Sorry, my bad. Hu Tao doesn't rely on Vaporize. Hu Tao teams rely on Vaporize to deal the bulk of their damage. Xiangling deals damage herself. Does Xiangling need anyone to be good? I'd say Xiangling needs some level of energy support. She needs people in her team that could facilitate energy for her. A bit of help, like through either Favonius weapons or through same particle generation. So, of course, Bennett and Xiangling put together is the best of both worlds. But I do think that until a 5-star version of Xiangling comes out, she will likely stay more relevant than Bennett will in Sumeru. I think as Sumeru comes out, expect more characters that scale off of elemental mastery, maybe even more HP characters. I think HoYoverse is trying to diversify. Eventually, they want to get to a point where there's just as many attack percentage carries as there are defense, as there are HP, as there are EM, as there are ER. All the stats are going to get fully utilized, and Bennett is just going to be one piece of the puzzle. And that is if a 5-star version of Bennett doesn't eventually come out. And that is my opinion. I think in the video I did give a nod to the importance of Bennett in our current meta and in combination with Xiangling. But I think going forward that if I were to bet money, I think my chips would be on Xiangling over Bennett. I don't think HoYoverse is going to be releasing a character, a 5-star version of Xiangling. And I don't think the lady, the wolf lady, the what's her name? The Dahia, the Hugh, Dong, Dohua. I don't think she's gonna be an off-field pyro damage carry. Dihia? Yeah, her. The one shown in the teaser. Right? And I think I don't think Bennett's gonna have many roles to play in Sumeru teams, like Sumerian teams. I think most Sumeru teams might not have a spot for Bennett. Maybe not, right? And I think you guys might be like, oh, what about burning teams? Burning, like if you play burning teams, Bennett might be a good character to facilitate, because burning hurts you as well. It's not just the end. Have you guys realized? I think burning is the only... Actually, no. That's because you burn the environment. That makes sense. So as long as you apply burning to the enemy, you need a character that can mass apply pyro on enemies. Like, this is the thing. Is Bennett going to apply pyro better than Xiangling to the enemies? For burning. Or you can play characters like Diluc, you could play Klee and stuff like that. Triple pyro might be good. Like you can have triple pyro with one Dendro. No, that doesn't work either, because you need the Viridescence. You need Kazuha. So then it becomes a double pyro, Kazuha, and a Dendro character if you want to play burning. Or you play solo pyro. No, you can't. It has to be double pyro. Right? It has to be double pyro, one Dendro, one Anemo. That's like a pretty optimal burning comp. So then the question is it going to be double pyro with Xiangling or double pyro with Bennett in those cases? So that then it also depends on which Dendro character it is, right? If you have a Dendro healer, then you can play the Dendro healer and have that be an applicator for Dendro on enemies, and then you can run a double pyro with Xiangling. If you have a DPS, if you have an on-field DPS Dendro, then you could run Xiangling. Actually, Xiangling Bennett with the on-field Dendro would work as well. Then in the case without Xiangling would be if it's an off-field Dendro support, then you can play like Klee with Bennett, or Diluc with Bennett, or like Yoimiya Hu Tao with Bennett, or Yanfei for that case with Bennett, and then play the off-field Dendro support. Right? It's just I don't know how meta burning is going to be. See, burning scales with EM though. See, that's what I think as well. Because everything is gonna scale off of EM in Sumeru. Like everything scales off of EM. It's just and for the argument, it's like, oh, EM is gonna be too much math for people. Like just spam EM, triple EM, or run EM sands. Like you don't have to think about the math as long as you know. Just play the character, and instead of running attack, run EM. That's it. There's not too much complications there to confuse the player base. You would usually run attack percentage, run EM. Just like how you would usually run attack percentage, Sands, you run defense, you run HP. Now you just run EM. Right? So I don't necessarily think that it's going to be game changing. Like I'm saying it right now like it's very important, but I don't think it's going to be game changing. Raiden is going to be good. Hu Tao is going to be good. Yoimiya is still going to be good. Ayaka is still going to be good. Ganyu is still going to be good. It's just that the new Sumeruan meta will have emphasis put on this, right? It'll be beneficial for you. It'll help you clear faster. Help you optimize teams better if you scale your characters like this. Yeah, but what are you doing? Yeah, but what are you doing? Why are you so far out? Do you guys want to see Jabba? It's been a while since you guys have seen Jabba, right? Okay, Hana, that's enough. That's enough for you. Off. All right, I'm gonna bring Jabba, my new cat. How about Jabba? How about Jabba? Oh. Sit. Man, very soon I'm not gonna be able to carry her anymore. She's getting really heavy. But yeah, this is my newest cat. Oh. My third cat. Oh. This is my third cat. I got her about a month ago. The breeder told me that she's very friendly with children, which is very different for my other cats. Actually, you know, the small one is really good with children. Yeah. She does look a little different though. She's starting to ask me why she looks so different from her siblings, and I usually tell her, "Oh, you know, you'll grow into it." But yeah, look how big she has gotten. Just over a month. Our cat's supposed to get this big, chat. I'm a little worried. I might have gotten scammed. Yeah. Yeah, she is ginormous. She is actually ginormous. And she's only 3 months old. She's 3 months old. She's 3 months old, and she's already bigger than my biggest cat. So I think I may have gotten scammed. They said she's not gonna get much bigger when I got her, and she's already like twice as big. I think I may have gotten scammed. And for some reason, she doesn't meow, she barks. So, but she was raised on a farm with a lot of dogs. So I was thinking that maybe she was just influenced by the dogs when she was young. So she'll start meowing very soon. Yeah. Anyways, this is Jabba the cat. Um I'm in firm belief that she is a cat. Hope I'm right though. Hope I'm right. Anyways, go play with your siblings now. Anyways, that was Jabba the cat. First cat ever you need to walk 3 times a day. But yeah, anyways, I'm of the firm belief. Actually, yeah, no, I am of the firm belief that I think Xiangling is the superior out of the two. I honestly do believe that. Slightly superior, because it's difficult to replace her role in the game right now. And a lot of people was like, yeah, but her role's not as important as Bennett. Maybe. I do think for newer players, building both of them is definitely a smart move. But I think Xiangling is like ever so slightly better. Am I biased? Am I biased? I might be biased. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly feel like she's slightly better. I rather, like, if you were to tell me you have to delete one character from the game, would I delete Xiangling or Bennett? I delete Bennett. I delete Bennett from the game. A lot of people would be like, stop Walrus, that's blasphemy. I think a lot of people would delete Xiangling. I understand the importance of Bennett. I think a lot of people hear me say I think Xiangling is better than Bennett. People would say like, oh, so you think Bennett is crap. But don't just assume that. Don't just assume that. I want to say on a tier list, I think it's like Kazuha, Xiangling, Bennett. No. Kazuha, Xiangling, Bennett, Yelan, Xingqiu, Zhongli, Raiden. Actually, no. I think Raiden is above Zhongli. No. Raiden is above Zhongli and Yelan. Raiden, Yelan, Zhongli. Something like that. I do think Xiangling is such a cool character. She's such a great character. Like, she has 5-star level damage as a 4-star. She has 5-star damage as a 4-star. I can't think of listen, chat. I can't think of a way Hoyoverse is going to release a 5-star character without severely power creeping. Because to be a 5-star of Xiangling, you have to out DPS a lot of 5-star carries. You guys do know that, right? If Hoyoverse realistically wants to make a 5-star version of Xiangling and have people even remotely want to play that character, they have to power creep other 5-stars DPS. Because Xiangling herself, in an optimized Xiangling team, deals more damage than certain 5-stars can. Like, that's why I think the character has never came around. Such a wasted opportunity was Klee. If they made Klee burst stay on field, and I will die on this hill, I don't care what anybody says, Klee is the biggest missed opportunity of Genshin Impact, because if her burst, one simple change, if her burst stayed on field with the character, she would be an SS tier character. This would be one of the best character in the game with one simple change, is that her burst stays on the damn field when she's off field. And let her burst snapshot Bennett's burst. Easily gonna be one of the best characters in the game. Wasted, exactly. Biggest wasted potential. I feel so bad talking about this. I think for the majority, her kit just feels a little too clunky for my liking. But I think if her burst snapshotted Bennett's burst and also stayed on field when she's not on field, at least make that into a consolation. If that was like her C2, would have been great. I think C1 is useless. I think take this C2, put it to C1, delete this constellation and make this constellation as C2 to be like when Klee leaves the field, her burst remains on field. She's gonna be OP then? I don't think she's gonna be OP. I think she's still gonna have like particularly unique usage, but she then offers as an option to be a 5-star version of Xiangling because Klee has a better elemental skill for damage. HoYoVerse will never release broken units again than the National Trio. In fact, I have a video about that. I actually have a video about that. I don't know if I can find it though. I don't know if I can find it. I actually made a video talking about this so long ago. People keep accusing me of looking at leaks, but I swear I'm telling you guys the truth. The truth. Where is that video? I'll find it. Don't worry. I'll find it. I don't know. How many people know which video I'm talking about? Do you guys know which video I'm talking about? I think in the thumbnail it said like treasure them or something like that. And that was referring to like Bennett, Xiangling, and all this other stuff. Do you guys know? Can somebody find the video? Because I have too many videos. I have way too many videos. I can't find it. It's the thumbnail and it says treasure them, and I think it has like Xiangling, Bennett in it. I might be wrong though. But I've talked about this, and I would love to sit here and talk to you guys my reasoning, but I would love to just find that video so you guys know I'm not pulling shit out of my ass. One of the main reasons I said, and this might be a little controversial, is that the reason they made these 4-stars so good was back in the day they needed you guys to come into the game and enjoy the game and see, oh my god, this game is so different. The 4-stars, the free-to-play characters are so much better than other like games like this. And then you would tell your friends about it. You would tell your friends because it was so beneficial. And these units are so good and they're so broken. The funny thing about that is, when they first came out, people automatically thought Bennett, Xingqiu was just garbage. That's the funny thing. HoYoVerse did us such... Oh, I found it. Right here. Why we will never see units this good in Genshin Impact. If you guys want my... Like, and my opinion about this matter has not changed, by the way. So if you guys want, check this video out. I'm not going to waste your time and watch it here with you, and like... But if you want, check this video out. I think this is a video that has stood the test of time. And I'll just quickly go over one of the reasons. One of the reasons is because back in the day when the game first came out, HoYoVerse wanted to show the players that they are not about money grabbing, forcing you to pull for 5-stars, making you like jump all these loops to enjoy the game. So they made these 4-stars so valuable to the point where till this day they are still some of the best characters in the game. Fischl, Razor have dropped off, but these 4, my friend, these 4 have really stood the test of time. Truly, you'll never see units this good and this universal ever again. Ever till the day the servers close, you will never see 4-stars this universally good ever again. Because it was a marketing ploy as much as it was a freebie for people who play the game back then. I can say Hazel is another such unit. No. Hazel, you can go look at any tier list. Hazel will not come close to the... I mean, Hazel will be up there. It will be higher than normal 4-stars, but Hazel will not come close to these 4-star units when it comes to his general usefulness. Techie devices. I think people thought those units sucked initially because they didn't have enough constellation and not enough main carries in the game. Yeah, I think in many cases it's the player's fault for not like... And also, people were so new to the game, we were like still trying to figure out how the game worked. What are reactions? People back in the day didn't even know the difference between transformative reactions and what's the other one? Augmented reactions or something. Like, there's two different types. Like, people didn't know the difference. People didn't know proper scaling. People didn't know like snapshotting. People didn't know any of this stuff. And the layers and layers of complexity when it comes to Genshin combat was also a gatekeeping factor, preventing people from fully realizing the potential of these characters. People didn't know how good the Viridescent set was at the time. Amplifying and transformative, right? So, of course, these characters, and of course, people coming from other gacha games getting shafted all these years up the bum, like, oh, if you don't pull for this one new character, your account is gonna fall behind by a lot, especially in arenas fighting other players. So naturally, people just saw these characters and like, they're giving Xialing away for free. How good can she be? Like, really, think of any other gacha game, a freebie character given to all players. How good can that character really be? Not that good. Look, and case in point, look at Aloy, a true freebie. Taking the virus, did you watch Soul's new Dendro video, Walrus? The part he said he's gonna get into leaks, I had to click out. I had to click out because I don't look at leaks. And this is just me proving once again. Listen, chat, this is not scripted, by the way. Once again, I'm gonna prove to you guys. I clicked out of the video right when he said he's gonna talk about leaks. Right here. You guys can see it. I was watching it. Look, I watch a lot of his videos all the way to the end. And some of these videos I watch twice, and then I get back here and then I quit. But a lot of these videos, almost all the videos that I actually click on, I actually watch. I couldn't watch at the end here because he said he's talking about leaks. And I stay true to my word, chat. True to my word. I like, you guys might not believe this, but I actively try my best to not look at leaks. So that's your proof there. Take the virus says he just said it won't change the meta. I agree. I think the same thing for a few minutes. Yeah. I've been saying this for a while as well. I don't think Dendro is gonna be because HoYoVerse's goal was never to change the meta, right? We have to understand that. HoYoVerse's goal is to rebalance the elements and also offer new alternative playstyles so the game isn't so repetitive and to some people boring. That was where HoYoVerse was going off of. That's where they were going from. That's their approach to this. So that's why when Dendro eventually do come out, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to be more options for you to play. And to some people, more headache. Like, just more shit you got to learn and deal with. And enemies as well, right? Tech the is fun overpowered, niche over universal. Yeah, I think that's what HoYoVerse is heading towards nowadays. They don't really want, like, I think they designed the game in a way where you don't need more power. You need more like fun and interesting ways to play the game and to interact with all these characters and their element. But and also they can't keep giving out universal units like Kazuha, like Bennett, right? And I would argue Yelan is very close to being a very universal character, but not so much, right? I think Yelan is really, really good, and I think she's gonna function really well in Sumeru and Dendro, because that's just how it is. They always design characters leading up to the new region to function really well in these new regions. So I'm looking forward to Yelan actually getting better. Like I'll be damned if Yelan doesn't somehow get even better in Sumeru. One way or another, either through synergistic pairings, kits, designs, she's gonna get better. And I'll die on this hill. I'll die on a lot of these hills. But yeah, that is it for this live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna be taking my leave now. Tomorrow's video may be a little late. I have to go meet up with some friends, and you know, social life is very important nowadays. Yai's gonna pop off with Sumeru. Check my videos. I said that as well. Hey, Walrus said it first. I said it like 2 patches ago. All right, can't be looking at leaks 2 patches ahead unless I'm really I got some insiders trading going on with Hoyoverse. Subscribe, like the live stream if you enjoyed it. Keep up with my content. I guarantee you I come up with hit or misses, but for the most part, I do believe they are hits and not misses. Okay? See you guys next time. Urge you all to stay safe. Peace, and yeah, bye.